All right, thank you so much. Good afternoon. Welcome to all of you again and to your friends and family who have joined us today for this swearing in ceremony. My name is Amy Wildermuth. I'm the Dean here at Pitt Law, and we are so happy that you are taking the time to join us today. I am also grateful to have Judge Basoon of the Western District of Pennsylvania, my friend Elizabeth Hughes, and Vice Dean Haider Hamoudi joining us today. As I said on Tuesday, you are an amazing group. You are embarking on an incredible journey at an extraordinary time. And you have shown all week with your active participation, excellent questions, and deep engagement that you are up to this and so much more. We cannot wait to see what you can do. As you know, you are on this journey together and with lots of support. One of those big supports remains your friends and family. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the friends and family who have joined us. Please join me in showing them how much their love and support means to you. Now, we have done a ton in the last few days and have learned so much about one another and about what to expect on our journey together. We have learned how important it is to see one another, to really, truly see one another. Your different lived experiences and views will help us all better understand the many different perspectives that are needed to be a truly great lawyer and to succeed in our collective quest for justice. You also know that we are deeply invested in you and that we have many resources for you to tap into when you need help. We will, of course, all make mistakes. And I cannot make this up. I did, in fact, lock myself out again on Tuesday night, requiring yet another call to the campus security folks. But this swearing in ceremony is focused on one particular aspect of being part of our law school. We celebrate you becoming part of the legal profession, part of the group of the many legal professionals whose job is to provide wise advice and good counsel. It is a great honor that comes with expectations for how you conduct yourself and treat others with respect and civility. To talk more about this, it is my great pleasure now to introduce my friend, the multi-talented, wise and brilliant Elizabeth Hughes. Elizabeth is currently an associate counsel at UPMC, the president of the ACBA, the Allegheny County Bar Association, and the president of the Law School's Alumni Association. She also has so many bar association and volunteer activities, it would take me the entire rest of the afternoon to list them. She likes to stay busy. In her role at UPMC, Elizabeth is part of the Corporate Legal Department's Health Services Group and is responsible for providing legal support and direction to UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, UPMC Mercy, and UPMC's Children's Community Pediatrics. Prior to joining UPMC, she worked at Raphael, Ramsden, and Bears, practicing in the area of family law, guardianships, and mental health law. Elizabeth also worked as an assistant solicitor for Allegheny County, representing the Office of Behavioral Health and the Office of Intellectual Disabilities. Elizabeth is a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh School of Law, where she was president of her class and the student commencement speaker. Upon graduation, she clerked for the Honorable Justin M. Johnson of the Superior Court of Pennsylvania. Prior to attending law school, she spent several years in Phoenix, where she supervised the City of Phoenix's Youth Violence Prevention Program, Project Brave, which facilitated programming to children and teens in over 70 sites. Elizabeth is a Pittsburgh native and earned her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Clarion University, where she was a state Board of Governors scholar and where she joined Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, of which she still remains a proud member. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth.
Thank you, Dean Amy, for that fantastically complimentary introduction. I appreciate it very much. And my name, again, is Elizabeth Hughes. Welcome and greetings to all of the brand new students here, your friends and family. Greetings to Judge Basoon, and thank you for coming today for the swearing in. And I'm a 2004 proud Pitt Law graduate. I would like to welcome you to Pitt Law and to the first steps towards your future as a member of one of the world's most honorable professions. By now, I think that you've realized that law school is a transformative experience. Shortly, you will be taking the oath to formalize that transformation because you are now members of the legal profession. You are taking on a new professional identity. As law students who have set out on the path to becoming lawyers, current members of the bench and bar will consider you as part of the profession. The public will look at you as part of the profession. All of your interactions going forward will be informed by this fact. Then, when you pass the bar exam and are admitted to the profession, you will become officers of the court, and you will be an officer of the court 24/7. The law is unique in that the profession requires attorneys to recognize that their personal and professional lives will now be forever intertwined. Attorneys are officers of the court wherever they are and regardless of what they are doing. The expectations of the profession attach to you and apply every single day. It requires lifelong commitment to continued progress toward the aspirational goals of the profession, which are always to serve our clients and to advance equal justice under the law. Some of you may become prosecutors to advocate for victims of crimes who can't advocate for themselves. Some of you may become judges one day and may have to make the difficult decisions regarding custody of a child. You might be a public defender and save an innocent person from life in prison. You might become an environmental lawyer and fight to save precious natural resources. You may go into corporate law and help a company realize its business vision. Or you may be an immigration attorney working tirelessly to unite parents with their children. Regardless of what path you choose within the legal profession, the standard is always one of highest excellence. And since I'm a Steelers fan, I'll say what Coach Mike Tomlin says to his players, that the standard is the standard, no matter what it is you choose to do, because of the power of the role we perform. You must always live up to the standard. So as I leave you today, just know that everyone in this building, and I mean everyone, is here to assist you as you aspire to excellence. The deans, Dean Amy is always here, and you will not find a better cheerleader. The faculty, the staff, and Pitt Law alumni like me. That is our mission and our oath to you. And I had a little soundtrack going on here from Dean Amy. She's stealthily moving around the room, getting her phone. But I appreciate the background music. So our mission and our oath to you is to be here to support you in all of your endeavors and to make your Pitt Law experience one that you will never forget so that you can go out and be stewards of our profession. Thank you so much. And now Dean Amy Wildermuth will return to the podium to introduce the Honorable Kathy Basoon of the United States District Court of the Western District of Pennsylvania. Thank you and good luck.
All right, and thank you so much, Elizabeth, and I am glad you enjoyed that great musical interlude. A reminder, we might want to turn the ringer off on our phones. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to my great partner in this great endeavor here at the law school, Vice Dean Hammoudi.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And thank you, Amy, for the kind introduction. And those of you who saw me earlier today at Zero L or one of the orientation events may have noticed I changed my suit. Do not be alarmed. Like Beyonce, I require several wardrobe changes throughout the day on a regular basis. So it is my honor and my pleasure to introduce Judge Basoon to all of you. One of the things that you might remember or not from the talk that I gave you yesterday was that we at the law school believe deeply in diversity and inclusive excellence. And we believe in it as an ethic in and of itself because it is important. We also believe that diversity brings forth excellence. And it was something that I tried to emphasize as much as I could, that you are a better person and a better lawyer when you incorporate diversity and inclusion into your life and into your practice. And certainly that's something that we do at the law school. Judge Basoon is a great example of someone who embodies really both aspects of this in such an incredible way. There's so few people who have a resume like hers, and we're really honored to have her. She's a graduate of Harvard from 1993. She went to Reed Smith and was the director of diversity there for 6 years. Just to talk a little bit about this side of her incredible work, she won the Honorable Thurgood Marshall Award for Minorities in Business magazine in 2006. She's an original member of the Pennsylvania's Interbranch Commission for Gender, Racial, and Ethnic Fairness. Those of you who don't know what that is, it's really, really important. The level of implicit bias and invidious discrimination that exists throughout the legal profession and really throughout law is something that Pennsylvania has been taking more seriously. The Interbranch has been taking seriously. The Interbranch Commission is one of the chief ways and one of the chief instruments that really looks not only at the legal profession, but also at law and at court structure and everything else. I mean, just really across the board to try to create a more diverse, to try to create more fairness within our legal system. In 2014, Judge Basoon was given the award of Legal Champion by the ACBA, the Allegheny County Bar Association, because she was helping pave the way for a more inclusive bench through her advocacy on behalf of and mentoring of historically underrepresented minorities. I certainly wouldn't want to underplay the level of mentoring that I think Judge Basoon does, that is extremely helpful to rising members of the profession who are from underrepresented minorities. Judge Basoon is the first Hispanic Article III judge in Pennsylvania, the first Asian American female Article III judge in Pennsylvania as well. Again, really helps bring this aspect of what we are about. Judge Basoon really embodies and personifies. On the excellence, in addition to everything that she's done, she was a partner at Reed Smith, which is one of the leading law firms in the city. She became a partner as well at Cohen and Grigsby, which is one of the leading law firms in the city. She was named a Pennsylvania super lawyer by Philadelphia Magazine. She was listed in Chambers USA, America's leading lawyer, recognized as one of the top 50 lawyers in Pennsylvania under the age of 40 by Pennsylvania Law Weekly. So you're really talking about a leader in the profession in so many different areas and in so many different fields. And so we're really honored to have her. And as I say, please, it's my pleasure to introduce her. So please join me in welcoming Judge Basoon to lead the swearing in.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean Hammoudi. I very much appreciate your very kind words. First, I want to welcome everyone, all of the students, as you begin your exciting journey as law students. It sounds like you've already had a good deal of fun. I do hope that for all of you, the decision to go to law school was born of serious consideration and a true desire to serve those you will meaningfully represent along the way. Now, this is the career path of Abraham Lincoln, Thurgood Marshall, Mahatma Gandhi, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It is a position of great consequence where respect must be earned and reputations are easily lost. Now, when I was a law student, I focused a lot on getting a job. I'm sure that will be one of your focuses as well. I focused less, though, on what it meant to be a lawyer. I failed to focus on how important I could be in affecting change through my representation and counsel. I failed to focus on the role of the lawyer in some of the great social justice movements in human history. I simply fail to appreciate this profession as something more than a job. And it is so much more. As officers of the court, you may be called upon to use what you learn here at the University of Pittsburgh School of Law to guide those who cannot guide themselves, to make novel arguments in an effort to change unjust laws, or to zealously advocate for those who face deprivations of their liberties. And while you do that very important work, you must do it with respect and candor to the court, to your client, and to those who oppose you. Now, you may be thinking, I'm not going to be doing work of that kind of importance, Judge Basoon. Well, I'm here to tell you that you have no idea what you'll be doing and where you'll end up. Now, I'm just a girl from Queens, lost her dad to a violent crime when I was 4. I grew up eating blocks of government cheese and got my health care for free at a clinic. I could not in my wildest dreams know that I would sit where I sit today. Which brings me to my final lesson. When you go through this life, you should remember to treat everyone with dignity along the way. You never know where someone will end up and what impact that person may have on your life. Now, in a few minutes or a few moments, I will administer an oath to all of you. And that oath is important and should guide your actions moving forward. It's the reason we're here today. But beyond that, though, I'm going to ask you to make me one other promise, that you will always treat this profession with reverence. Contrary to what you may hear, lawyers are not a dime a dozen. They have in so many ways changed the world. So with that, I'll ask if all the law students can unmute themselves and raise their right hands. And I'll ask if they can please repeat after me. I do solemnly affirm. You guys are still on mute. I do solemnly affirm that I will discharge the duties of a law student
That I will
discharge the duties of the law student
with honesty and fidelity,
with
honesty and fidelity,
and that I will strictly observe
and that I will strictly observe
standards of academic integrity,
standards of academic integrity,
the student code of conduct,
the student code of conduct,
Pennsylvania rules of professional conduct,
and Pennsylvania rules of professional conduct,
and the Pennsylvania Code of Civility
and Pennsylvania Code of Civility
as they apply to my professional,
as they
apply to my professional,
my educational,
educational,
and my personal activities as a law student.
and my
My personal
personal activities as a law student.
Oh, God, the cat.
Fantastic job, guys. Congratulations and good luck to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, so much. Thank you to all of you. You are now members officially of our Pitt Law community and the legal profession. I want to say thank you again to Judge Basoon and to Elizabeth Hughes. And now I want to speak directly to the friends and family joining us today. Through the next 3 years that seem so long now, but will be so short when we are together again at their commencement, all these students will learn new and different things and will try out all sorts of new words and all sorts of new discussions. My mother, for the record, still bans me from saying the word egregious in her house, and once told me that when she asked me to unload the dishwasher, it was not an invitation to an hour-long discussion about the merits of how we load it or who loads the dishwasher, but rather just a request that I could complete in a matter of minutes. But I promise, they are still the same people as when they began, and they still need your love and support as much now as ever. Thank you for all you have done for them to get them to this day. And thank you for all you will do and will put up with to get them across the stage 3 years from now. We are grateful to you, and they are too, even though they may not always say it. Thank you again to everyone for joining us. Congratulations. Be well and have a wonderful night.
Congratulations.
Good job, Shar. What a week.